good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Yah Mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fine with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go on, call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
Yo. You are now watching Yah Mans in them live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello. And get it together.
Don't open the phone. And I'm your mansion in Brooklyn, New York. This is Yah Mans in them live. I like that. We finally got together.
Look at us all in black, nigga. Black squad
Black
over
guy.
here.
Black
Kyrie and Austin could not make it with us today. So it's just
Hey, we want a round of applause for that. You know what I'm saying?
a round of applause for them niggas not being here. For missing out on work.
I'm your man's Gus the Third, and this is Yah Mans in them live.
Oh, that's how we doing it? You really think you the fucking you think niggas came to see you?
I'm David Ruffin.
Nigga,
I
nobody
am
came
David
to see you,
Ruffin.
nigga.
And y'all the Temptation.
Nigga,
I'm
tempted to
50
smack
Cent.
the fire out of you right now.
And y'all G. I'm Cameron. Y'all Dipset. I'm the RZA.
Yo, everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I can't see y'all right now.
Method Man is way more famous.
If y'all niggas came here to see Gus, please put a 1 in the chat. If y'all did not come to see
One
Gus,
time.
if y'all came to see me, put a 2. If y'all came to see Shakespeare, put a 3, man. We want to know who y'all here to see. If y'all here to see all 3 of us,
3 times.
don't say that because that's boring.
Yo, let's get to it.
If you're in the chat, make yourself be known. Reggie Porter says, wow, only 3 mans today, more room on the next couch, and I still can't get an invite. I'll be alright though. Yo, Reggie, we definitely gonna get you another invite. And you had yeah, that's my nigga. All right, let's talk about this.
First of all.
When you bring your guests, nigga.
Listen. He's been here twice, all right?
So?
We gotta get more guests in before he comes the third time. Like, we not gonna keep.
Actually, there's something that I wanted to talk about. Reggie had a topic that I want to bring up in a little bit. But I also have a topic for myself that I want to ask him, right? So let's say y'all talking to a young lady, right?
Okay.
Y'all talking to her for a little while. Y'all fuck with her. Like, you fuck with her. You like her.
Young lady,
Right?
age.
Excuse me?
You gotta play too. Young lady of age.
Yeah,
Okay.
of age. You like her, right? She tells you that she's taking pics of a body part and sending it to someone else for money. This body part being her feet. She's sending feet pics, she's sending it to another man. How do you feel about that?
If I like you, that's not going to be something I want you to do. But if I didn't cuff it, I can't say anything. But feeling wise, I'm not comfortable.
You don't like that. So if you did cuff it, what would you say? Is that a deal breaker? Would you be on some like?
Before I cuff it, I gotta let her know like I'm uncomfortable with that. If you want to continue, is it a deal breaker? I wouldn't cuff it if she's the deal breaker.
Why is it make you uncomfortable?
Because I feel like I don't know. I feel like because of how I was raised, I still have some old traditions and shit. I be out here in the streets wilding, but still.
You be selling pics?
Nah, I don't be selling pics. But I'm just saying, there's certain things that there's certain things I can say, okay, I'm not, that's cool, you can do that. And certain things I'm like, nah, because you my girl.
Shakespeare, what you think?
I ain't gonna lie, that's so cold. So,
Nigga, that's
so,
What the fuck does
Yeah,
it
what
have
does
to
that
do
do
with
with-
the question?
niggas gonna be sending feet.
Oh, okay. So they're your feet type shit.
The way you gotta put that
Like
They're your feet.
Don't send pictures of my feet.
Shake Dog.
I mean, if that's my girl,
This
then
not your girl.
It's not my girl.
Nah, not your shit.
I mean, if she has free will to do it.
How do you feel about it, though? Do you care?
I don't care. Make it better. Make it better.
Okay.
See, boy, if you're trying to wife her, if she's your girl, would you have a problem with her?
If she's my girl,
Yeah.
if she's my girl, then it might be something different.
See, that's
Why?
the thing.
Because it's my girl, bro. Like, you prostituting your feet.
Prostituting you.
You a footer too.
Because you start thinking about what they gonna do with the pictures, like, yo.
Well, who? The other dude?
Yeah.
He probably beating his meat to the
Yeah, exactly. I'm uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I know he got requests.
Like, you out in public and he like, I know those feet.
Yeah.
Like, now you gonna punch him in the face.
For me, it was more so like I'm not sure why I'm uncomfortable with it. Like why I would be uncomfortable with something like
I think
But-
because of the sexual connection.
that. Yeah, to me, it's like you allowing another man to get off on a body part of yours for money. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Like you said, prostituting your feet.
if that's for
Yeah.
sale, yeah. Why is something like that? And I get it. Like we live in a culture where it's perfectly fine. Like girls with OnlyFans, you'll find them. Like you find more and more girls with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that's on you. But for some reason, for me, like if I'm with you, I don't fuck with that. Like,
But-
you're not gonna be sending your pics of your feet to another nigga. And because you're not in a relationship with that person, you really can't say like, yo, don't
Yeah.
do that, don't do this.
Yeah.
But if you're with me,
And I'm not happy with it. Like,
yeah, it's a dub. You're not doing that with me. But it makes me like question, like, why do you feel like you want to do
what if she was making 6 figures?
People making money, yo. People
If she
making money.
that's your girl, she bring home 6 figures or feet. She's not showing no ass, no cooties, nothing like that.
Now let's
Just the feet.
be real. Let's be real.
What if it was him?
Hands, not that
it?
bad.
Why is hands different from feet?
Hands is not that bad.
Why is hands
Like,
different?
hands ain't that bad.
Why is
Because
that?
people
different?
be having foot fetish. Like that's a known fact. People have fetishes for anything, but a popular one is the foot.
Yeah.
But hands, people don't really be. You know what I'm
the
saying?
foot is sexualized
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
exactly.
I wouldn't say I have a foot
You ever had a
fetish,
foot job?
But what?
Have you, nigga?
Have you ever had a foot job? A
No,
foot job?
no.
Yeah, I have. I like
Look,
playing around.
Does the foot have to be a certain size in order to give a foot job? Like, what if she like wears like? Would you?
Like she got feet like mine.
No.
I got,
What if
I
she
got
had?
kicked in the dick, but I didn't even get a foot job. What you mean?
Not even-
Yo, shout out everybody in the chat. Let me know how y'all feel about that situation about someone who is selling pictures of a body part, being feet, hands, whatever. Maybe nothing extreme, not pussy, not
Alright.
ass.
Yo,
Alright,
sorry, I gotta say this real quick. Yo, bro, you know how? Yo, I've been on school when it comes to these jokes, right? So here's one.
That's what this say.
Alright, so it's the joke. So it's a hitman, right? Somebody hires a hitman.
You should have.
It is. Somebody hires a hitman. Like, yo, I got a serious job for you to do. He says, a serious job. What kind of job do you want me to do? He says a foot job. So he drives by to the guy and kick him in the nuts.
All right, Reggie Porter says, Marquise Rouse, what's good, my guy? He said, what's up, Kings? I think there's some static in the audio.
Maybe a little static, guys. Bear with us. Bear with us.
Reggie Porter says, can't cuff her. It's what's known as a slippery slope. It starts with the feet. The camera accidentally starts to move further up. Mitigate risks. Mitigate risks. Okay. Creative Myth, shout out Creative Myth in the chat. He says the proper term is sex
Wait,
worker.
come on. How's the camera? If the camera's at the feet, how is it going up at the way?
What he's saying is if she's willing to sell pictures of her feet, what else is she willing to sell? Like eventually it's gonna work. It might work its way up. Like if the nigga be like, yo, I'll give you 20 racks right now, you show me your pussy. She might do it. I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. It's like you open up you open up Pandora's box.
That's my guy. Yo, what's up with you? Hey, Creative Myth says the proper term is sex worker. Prostitute is a derogatory and politically incorrect prostitute. Reggie Porter says, don't matter how much you make. If I find out she's selling feet pics, I wouldn't cuff it. It's about the perception of being on a sex site that disqualifies her. Okay, got you.
I think that's what it is. Yeah. We said it in different ways, but that's what it is. I'm uncomfortable with that. You make this porn. Keep it a buck. That's porn. You know what they do with the pictures. This is not a modeling agency.
What if they sell
nigga in the basement?
What if they send it to one person?
Nigga, that's a relationship.
All right, moving on.
She about to walk out your life.
Moving on. Y'all got off the top, but y'all got anything y'all want to just talk about?
Shit.
Real quick, no?
Yo, my
Someone
birthday
remind-
is coming up.
That's right.
But in like about 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. You know, I'm trying to take it as serious as the women do, and it's hard. Planning shit and all that. So that's what I'm going through. I'm narrowing it down, but I'm getting better as the days go on.
Getting better with.
With making decisions.
No, you're not.
Nigga,
No, you're not.
I am.
How?
I am. I narrowed it down.
So narrowed it down.
Either I'm
We've
going
been
to
narrowed
Colombia
down to Colombia
or
and DR for the past month.
See, but in Colombia,
Narrow
it was
down
two
more.
parts. It was two
Narrow
parts.
it down more, nigga.
What is it?
Cardi B.
Cartagena.
Cartagena.
Or DR.
Or DR.
Yeah, we can figure it out. But shit, speaking of that, let's get into some news on the scroll. We didn't want to talk about it too much.
News on the scroll.
We didn't want to talk about it too much, but we seen it. We seen it. Kanye West again. He's back at it. Doing his Kanye West shit. So recently, he had a shirt that says,
White Lives Matter.
White Lives Matter.
Yes. Him and who was it? Candace Owens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I'm like, yo, this guy is about to sell something. that was in my head. You know, he does things that he knows people are gonna have some type of about, and then he has some sort of a meaning that is not what it looks like type shit, and then he says it eventually, and then it's like, okay.
I'm reading it right now. It says, this is page 6 article. It says that he did it because he thinks it's a PC thing, and he wants to give a voice to the other side. He doesn't understand why people aren't seeing that. The other side being obviously white people. First off, for me, when I saw that he did it, I was just like, okay. You know that there was an outrage side when Black Lives Matter came out. There was like a whole All Lives Matter push,
yeah.
and like why are you guys just saying Black Lives Matter? And you know, people were saying it's not the point. Like the point of it was bigger. And when I saw him put that, in my mind automatically just went to the other side of that. Okay, you want to say Black Lives Matter, so let's say White Lives Matter and see how you guys feel about that, because this is how we felt about Black Lives Matter. Mm-hmm. So the outrage that people are giving towards the White Lives Matter shirt is the same outrage that the other side gave for the Black Lives Matter shirt. I'm not taking it seriously. I don't see why everybody else is. Like,
you think? Nah, I don't think it's the same outrage. I don't think black people are as outraged about this. I mean, from y'all social media, y'all see like black people outraged about it, or y'all just like, come on.
You just, I'm seeing people like
Yeah.
At the end of the day, for me, if it's not about the music, I'm not if it's not about the music.
I'm glad you brought that up, because in my head I'm thinking like, yo, this shit is political, and I'm just like, yo, how do y'all feel about, you know, your artists being political, being in politics, and, you know, shit. Y'all rather them to stay in whatever art they doing, or do y'all mind this?
I mean, art is creative expression, so you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay.
I agree with that. I think you could talk about whatever you want, but I don't follow and like rappers or artists for their political ideas.
Yeah.
Like I like them because they make good music and they make you feel good. I'm not a fan of Kanye because of whatever politics he believes in. I'm a fan of him from his music,
Yeah.
his catalog. You know.
Now, if you start putting that shit in his music, you might have to fall back, because I'm not there.
White Lives Matter.
I think it goes in. It's like separating the artist from the person.
Yeah.
Like the artistry. Like how some people could listen to R. Kelly. They listen to his music, but they don't fuck with him as a person. But he makes good music. Michael Jackson. People.
You gotta learn to separate the music from the person. Yeah, that's what, like, unfortunately, that's what we have to do with certain artists. Like, we gotta separate. All right, this is their music, and this is who they are. I may not fuck with who they are, but they make good music. Some people try to make it one and the same. Like, oh, if you fuck with their music, you fuck with them. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah. Let me ask you, since we're in
Kyrie says Gus, black people are outraged.
okay, sorry.
We just wanted to let you know.
He's outraged.
Yeah, see, on my timeline, it was really.
You see what you're
You know what's crazy though? When I first read it, I was like, "Come on, like, a little fuck." It was a frustration, like, yo. And then I'm like, "Why am I not frustrated?" And I seen who was doing it, and I'm just like, "Man, it's just exploiting black crime. That's what we're doing. Just exploiting black crime."
Yeah. Austin Felix says, shout out Austin Felix in the chat, Kyrie Class in the chat, Andre Dume in the chat.
What's good?
Austin says, my first thought was his kid's white, and I continue to scroll. And,
His kids matter.
Kyrie says, it's black celebrities trying to dismiss Kanye's actions. Yeah, and Reggie Porter says, oh no, they took my secret.
I mean, because how does Kanye's actions impact the whole community? It's like, yo, this guy's been doing this, and it's like what can we do? This is how he wants to live his life. Go ahead. Like, I'm not gonna like every time Kanye do something. Oh my gosh, Kanye! Like after a while, you gotta be like, all right, if you don't give a fuck, why should I?
Yeah.
I mean, all right. So we're used to Kanye doing BS. This is the last thing I said about it. We used to Kanye doing BS shit. Back to what Kyrie started doing. He said that all the celebrities is backing him up. They did the same thing with Lil Wayne. When Lil Wayne said some crazy shit, they'd be like, "Yo, Lil Wayne, his mind be somewhere else."
That's because black people don't care. Like, we don't really care. Like, if you notice, we don't really be canceling people like that. Like, we feel some type of way at first, and then eventually we get over it. Like, look at Doja Cat. They're supposed to cancel Doja Cat a long time ago. Doja Cat good now. Nobody talk about canceling Doja. She's supposed to be canceled. Like, we get over shit quick, as opposed to like other people, like other communities that just when they cancel you, you cancel for good.
I heard Kanye nigga said in an interview, he said, "Yo, you know, the majority of his audience is white, so why not say white lives matter?" They're the main, he said they're the main people who, you know, his main patrons are people who, you know, financially support him for the most part. He's like, he just giving different reasons why compared to black people. But, you know, white people's the majority, that's why you see more.
I love the music, fuck his ideology.
Yeah, I agree with that. Kyrie says, you know why it's annoying? It's not Kanye himself, it's his cult following. And then the social media people always talking about you sheep and you not listening to the message.
Well, since we're talking about artists, let's get into you to street.
Yes, sir. What we getting into?
All right, I know it's football season right now. Super Bowl is when? Next year? Something like that. You know, usually during the Super Bowl, they have a type of party inside of the party. So the party inside of the party is going to be hosted by none. I'm not saying this.
So Rihanna's performing at the Super Bowl halftime show.
That was bad.
What party are you talking about?
I think you try to mix like Super Bowl party with the actual Super Bowl.
I don't know either. But Rihanna's going to be on the Super Bowl. How y'all feel about that? Didn't she reject the Super Bowl one year or something like that because of how it happened? She's like, not again. How y'all feel?
I never really cared about who's performing at the Super Bowl. It's not a big deal for me. Yeah. I can see why everybody's going crazy over it because she hasn't dropped music in a long time. They're expecting her to drop something of new music. And that I would be looking forward to. Like, I would look forward to a Rihanna project. But as far as her performing at the Super Bowl halftime, it doesn't.
I gotta make sure the audio is great. Keep talking, man.
Jake, how you feel about it?
I don't care. I didn't necessarily care about it. Like, congratulations to Rihanna. Like, when she performs, like, she's worth $1 billion. So the last thing on her mind is probably making music. She just had a baby. There's a lot going on. Listen, if she don't want to drop an album for the next 10 years, that's her prerogative. Yeah. I'm not rushing Rihanna for music.
Yeah. You know what? She actually left and came back. Like, she left music. She stopped making music. Became a billionaire, and then now she's coming back. That's so crazy. Like, she became a billionaire not off of music, off of offensive.
Yeah, I feel like that's told all the time in the music industry. Like, you make your money outside of music. Yeah. And nowadays, people saying people going into music, you know, as a stepping stone. Yeah,
music is a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, Diddy, fucking who else? Jay-Z. It's the moves outside of music, but that still kind of have to do with their music that makes them big, that makes them pop. But yeah, moving on. All right, next thing we got on the ear to the streets is the baby. The baby being black.
Wait, hold on. Did y'all see the Wakanda Forever trailer?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Yeah. You didn't see it?
You talking about from way
The
back
new
when?
one. No, the new one. Yeah.
Nah,
The new one. Can't wait to see that. It looked good.
They got Shuri in the Black Panther suit.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that?
I feel great. What you asking me?
Because
you were saying
I ain't gonna lie, because you were saying did you say how you need your Black Panther manly? You said something like that?
Listen, man, I'm gonna go see the movie regardless, and I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be. It might be emotional. You feel me? Chadwick definitely passing is gonna bring some more oomph to the movie. But the trailer looked good. You know what else looked good? Black Adam. You know, Black Adam looked good too.
Oh yeah, I do want to check that out. Yeah, I do want to check. If it wasn't for The Rock, I probably wouldn't. But
yeah, of course.
But since he's in there, I'll go check that out.
Yo, anybody see Super Pets?
What's that?
It's with Kevin Hart and The Rock playing, Super Dog and Bad Dog.
Is that
Yeah, it's the cartoon.
no.
Yeah, that's it.
Anything you want to say about it?
No.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
No.
You talking about the trailer, or you saw the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
You went by yourself to the movie?
No, I was on Hulu. I was at home.
you was by yourself?
Yeah. I'm always going, so you guys know when you're out.
All right.
But y'all ain't shit though, because y'all could have sent me the link for the Black Panther shit. I didn't see that. That's messed up.
Well, you got Instagram like I do. That's how I found out.
Reggie Porter says Kanye does have a point though. Please explain, Reggie. I'd love to hear your opinion. Marquis says no cap in my rap. My words are true. What I live through.
There was argument.
Oh, there's argument. Okay. And Andre Dume says Black Panther got one with it because Women King was lit. Oh, Women King.
Woman King was fire. Yeah, none of y'all seen it, right? Fire.
I gotta see it.
I'm gonna check it out.
I gotta see it.
Yo, listen, let's get into what's the word. Yeah, we should get into what's the word. We got what's the word? What's the word? So the word for today is Lisa, man. Nah. So we got two things we want to talk about. I think I'm feeling this.
Andre says to please see that. Please see the is it Woman King before you see Black Panther.
The Woman King. Okay. All right. So today we're going to be talking about. Well, here's the question. I'm going to state the question. Have you ever found yourself saying, "Damn, I need to live more"?
Yes.
What about you, Shay? And I was thinking, everybody may have their own meaning of what living means. So I wanted to talk about that first. Like when y'all say I need to live more, what do you mean by that? I could go first. Alright, so it goes, I could say basically it's getting out of my comfort zone. I feel like I've been stagnant and shit, and I feel like I might listen to that voice that's like, yo, go outside, yo, start this project. Yo, travel. I might listen to that voice. As time goes on, it's gonna that statement. Yo, you need to live a little more. Like you need to, especially seeing things on Instagram and shit like that. Like when I know I'm capable of it, but I'm not executing what I'm capable of.
How can you differentiate between FOMO and like when you're on Instagram, you go like, damn, you see someone doing some shit, some good shit, you be like, damn. I need to live more. How do you know that's like not FOMO and that's actually you wanting to do something because you want to do it?
Because the basis of the statement didn't come from me looking at something that didn't come from the yellow. You kept muting me.
I love you.
Yeah, when you press that, I can't. All right, so it comes from the basis of not from what I see on social media. For the most part, I could be just chilling, and then a thought just popped up like, yo, you can do something else.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
but you brought up social media.
Yeah, because that sometimes, like, seeing somebody that you know is in the same type of situation as you or similar, or even work at the same job, they're doing more things than you. And you know it's because they're putting effort into the things that they enjoy doing, and you may not be. Or that's your perception of it. It's like, damn, like, yo, they seem like they're going after what they want. I'm not.
Right. But what I'm asking you is what makes you
So sure it's not FOMO?
what makes you sure that if you really want to do something, do you consider yourself as someone that's going to do it? If you really want to
Not
do
all the
something?
time.
No.
Not all the time. I could want to do something. Like, I like to travel, but it took me a minute to actually start doing it on my own.
Okay.
You know, but compared to something, sometimes if it's not, what,
It took you a minute.
it took me a minute to actually start traveling. Like, even, like, it goes back to just being, like, complacent or in a comfortable space mentally.
Okay.
You know, it's like, damn, the cookie's out. Like, yo, the remote is right there. You gotta change the channel.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not arm's length, so you're just looking at this channel of this whatever you're watching. You're just like, fuck.
Gotcha.
And you just stay there until you get the script. You know what? Let me change the channel.
Yeah. Creative here says something interesting. He says, I think living more is putting more effort into finding your purpose. That's interesting. That's interesting. I fuck with that. Andre Drummond said, Andre Dumais said, travel, work out, just do something you always wanted to do. I agree with both of those. I think for me, living more, when I feel like I'm not living enough, I need to engage more with life in general. So like, I need to engage more with people. When I'm out, like, instead of just going about my day, for example, if I'm in an Uber, if I call a Lyft, instead of just me sitting there and just being like, waiting to get to my destination, I'm going to talk to the Uber driver, I'm going to talk to the Lyft driver. And that in turn makes me feel, like stuff like that, interactions make me feel more alive and getting to know someone that I probably won't see again. Or like traveling definitely makes you feel like you're living more. But I think the idea, sometimes we make the idea so grandiose. Like, oh, I need to live more, I need to do this, I need to do big shit, I need to do that. But honestly, living more is just your day to day. Like what you do throughout your day that makes you feel like you're alive, that makes you feel like you're living. Working out makes me feel like I'm living. Talking to people, talking to a girl, a nice, beautiful young lady, you feel me? Fucking But yeah, like, that shit is what makes me feel like I'm living.
To that?
Oh, Austin says challenging yourself. That's a big one too.
That's a definitely big one. I think that's I'm gonna say that, like, just getting out the comfort zone as well. And it sounded like you were saying to be more present.
Yes.
With where you are. And I was gonna say like that, like, you know, sometimes you could be in your head too much.
Yeah.
So getting out of my mind and shit like and out those thoughts is me living more too.
Shay, what about you?
There we go. That was invisible.
Yeah, you know how it is, nigga. You gotta jump in when you get it. I hate this nigga, man.
Anywho, so I feel like living more is expressing yourself in the ways that you do. Facing fears, of course. I feel like
That's a good one.
is a way of living more. Because once you get over that fear, it's like, okay, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Traveling is a good one. Because I remember when I started going out more. Not just, you know, out in the state or out the country, like even like seeing stuff within my city that I've never seen before. Right. You know what I'm saying? Doing things like that is, you know what I'm saying? It takes you, like you said, it takes you out your norm, like what you regularly do. Like when my boy Wes was here, like we went to the city, we went thrifting and did all types of stuff like that. I don't usually do that, but like me stepping outside, you know, had a good time with that. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that people decide to live more when they see other people living life. So when they see other people living what they call life, they be like, damn, I need to do more than that. Do more of that. But I feel like people need to start searching for their own definition of living more. You know what I'm saying? Just because you see these celebrities and people of that nature, influencers, whatever, doing all this traveling and stuff, and you try to follow in their footsteps, But are you really doing it for you, or are you doing it for the attention that they receive?
Right, exactly.
I feel like it's not all bad. Like being inspired by other people's journey. Like to the point where it's like, hey, I don't know what I need to do for myself. I don't know what it is, but I'm liking that, so let me jump on that. The problem is if you feel like you can do that, but you're not. I think that's where the issue is. Because now, that's when the fear of missing out is taking place. It's like you think you can do it, you believe you can do it, but you're still not taking the extra step. If you looking at what everybody else is doing, oh shit, it's lit in Cambodia, oh shit, I need to go over there. You actually go to experience it for yourself based off of other people saying it, cool, now you have that experience. But compared to somebody else, like, damn, it's lit over there, I heard it's lit, and then like, they never go.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
I understand that. I agree with the last part. I don't necessarily agree with the first part because the reason why I mentioned celebrity influencers is because people will look at the lifestyle they live, aspire for that, and then they won't, like, they'll say, oh, I have to go here because this person is here. Instead of, like, say Drew's like, yo, I just came from Paris, had a good time. He's telling me his story about going to Paris. And like, yo, I gotta get out there. That's different for me. Like, instead of looking at these people who live a upper echelon type lifestyle and thinking like I gotta be that so I can, portray that in me instead of hearing about an experience and being like, yo, I want to experience that.
Yeah, and I definitely think that a lot of people should figure out what living for them means, like what you want to do. And I think a lot of people are just following what other people are doing. Even if it, like, to be honest, I don't like fucking architecture and all that shit. Like, I don't like museums. I don't really care for none of that. Like, I be in certain spots, I be looking around, but okay, this is cool. But people love, like, let's say you in Prague. I was in Prague. I looked around. I said, oh my God, these buildings are old as fuck. It didn't do nothing for me. And I know it's like historical. The shits look nice. People like the way it looks. But I'm just there like, this doesn't do anything for me. I'd rather go on a hike. I'd rather go.
You know, Wilson will smoke.
I know he will. But what I'm saying is you have to figure out what living for you means and what you like to do. Let me get to the chat real quick. Austin Felix says, fail or success after a challenge keeps things interesting. He says, Bello and Gus legs touching. Now you can't unsee it. Ha ha ha. Reggie Porter says, like the chat. Yes, if you are in here, make sure you like the chat. Creative Miss says, I had to learn that seeing others doing stuff shouldn't instill FOMO. I see a lot of broke people traveling. And Austin Felix says, unpopular opinion, traveling is not expensive. It's not expensive. Yeah, if you plan it right. And Creative Miss says, I see a lot of broke people partying. I see a lot of emotional baggage people portraying themselves as having fun in life.
Yeah. Some people are just, like I said, to have an image of living life, having fun, but in the background they just, it's shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I think I thought about this shit when I was at work, and I was saying like basically living life is all of my best qualities right now, plus the things, all my best qualities right now, acting on those, plus working on the things that, I need work on, like actively working on. Like, so for me, sometimes I'm shy and shit in certain places. So to actively work on that, like, going into a room and like, instead of just being to myself, like you said, talking to people, planning, organizing, like, those skills that I need to work on, I think like the byproduct of that is doing more for yourself.
You think like, they all connect?
Yeah, everything connects. Yeah.
I think you had mentioned something like that before. You was asking about can that fall into like the Instagram's social media shit or no? Like Instagram versus reality, and you were saying something about how you got explain that.
All right, so the Instagram versus reality thing. If you don't know, I didn't discuss it 30 minutes ago. I am a comedian plus more on there, and I use that to portray just that side of me. I didn't show anything else about my life but straight comedy, and I kept it like that. So from my perception, Like Instagram and all that shit is fake. It's just all just a channel for me, like a comedic, entertaining channel. And other people using it differently. They have a different perception of it. Other people are actually sharing their real life on it, pouring out emotions, crying, all this other stuff. Like to them, Instagram is reality. Like it's a window that you can look at and see what's going on in their life. So for me, it wasn't. If you look at my window, nigga, you gonna look at a TV. Like if you look at somebody else's window, they look like, oh, I know the moms, I know the dad, I know like shit like that. So I then said maybe I need to switch my perception of it and connect reality with like virtual reality with reality. That's what the pick was. So I can ask you guys, I ask people in the audience in the chat.
Wait, but so you saying that's what you realized?
I realized that
you need to give more of yourself. Like
exactly.
you wanted to give more of yourself.
I realized that I was limiting myself on this tool that we use every day.
So how do you plan on pushing that forward?
Just to be more, to get comfortable with showing more of my life. Okay. But not
Podcast helps, right?
even on the podcast, you don't really know. I mean, that's
Yeah, I'm the
different.
only one that really let anything out on this podcast, to be honest.
Let's talk about it.
The other stooges don't really talk too much about
Hold on,
their
bitch.
personal
That's
life.
not true. That's not true. That is not true.
Prove me wrong.
As much information as I spoke about myself, as far as going back to my childhood and turning into what's going on now in my life, I feel like I've poured into the podcast. So, yeah.
Me too.
Nah, you ain't do shit, nigga.
What you talking
You
about?
ain't do shit.
Y'all niggas know about the
Y'all don't
socks
give
and the
enough.
donuts.
Y'all give enough in this motherfucking podcast. We need
Damn
to
about
get
the socks and
more.
donuts.
We need to get more. Yo, ever since the socks and donuts, that nigga has not been the same.
Word.
What
Nigga
you
said,
mean?
I'm never sharing with nothing again.
Man, I share all the
You
time.
don't share shit, nigga. You share girls.
What?
Wait a minute.
Shit.
Marquise Royal says, Austin Felix, how much the average vacation cost for domestic trips, round trip hotels? Who do you think this nigga is?
But talk about, I mean, you sitting there talking about travel isn't expensive. Well, if that's the case, fill me in.
Nah, it's not expensive.
It's not as expensive as
You just gotta It's
Planning.
like it's planning.
planning accordingly.
Planning.
And
Know what days to buy the ticket.
yes, know what you're gonna do.
Yo,
Budgeting.
JetBlue just had a sale on their airplane. On their shit, on their
On
flights.
that
On the
airplane.
airplane.
JetBlue just had a sale on their flights like last month. You just gotta look. You gotta look for the sales.
Yeah,
That's all.
creative.
And where you stay at, you gotta know what to pick. Like, what's your price range? Be okay with that.
Creative says, Shake, I really want you to slap Bella's knees and make him ask you. First of all, I've never heard someone hate on some not
That's
asking knees. That's crazy. Austin Felix says, a weekend trip can run you $300 to $500. Priority is the problem. And Reggie Porter says, I share a lot too, but it just gets dismissed as misogyny. Oh, before Reggie Porter had a topic that he brought to my attention, and he wanted us to give our opinions.
What's the topic?
What's the topic? Tell us what's the topic. Benno, what's the topic?
All right, so he says, you dating a girl for a while, she wants to get her body enhanced, but you 100% don't like enhancements. Like it's a turn off and she gets, oh shit, was I supposed to even say what's in this? Anyway, too late now. But she gets them done regardless of how you feel, it'll make her happy. Feel because it'll make her happy. Is it wrong to leave her because you're no longer attracted to her?
No. If you guys had a conversation and she knows that this is something that you may not be attracted to or aren't attracted to, and she does it anyway for her happiness, she has to, understand that you may leave.
I'm leaving, and no, I'm not gonna feel bad. If we spoke about it and I told you it's something that I don't really find attractive, then there's no guilt to be had. Then it's over.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, I want you to listen. If it's going to make you happy, do you. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. But if I make you happy too, you better pick one.
Do what you want to do for yourself.
I'm just saying, though.
I can't control nobody. I'm saying that's your body God gave it to you. So if you decide to enhance it against how I feel about it,
I mean, would y'all break up right away, or do y'all?
I might hit it one time.
I might test it out.
Yeah, I'll probably hit it.
Test drive it. But no, it's a little different. You know what? I might stick around. It's nice.
Nah,
I
I'm
mean,
sticking
you
around.
got a nice job.
Huh?
I'm saying she got a nice job.
Nice looking
You go to Columbia.
What the doctor did this? Dr. Miami?
You stupid.
I mean, like, I'm never, like I said, it's your body. I don't control anybody. Like, you do what you have to do for you. If it's against my wishes and we don't see eye to eye, you did what's best for you. I gotta do what's best for you.
Leave the comment. Yo, thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Reggie Porter, Andre Dumais. Shout out Austin Felix, Kyrie Class, Marquise Rawls. Shout out.
Hey, Melody.
Hey, Melody.
For
Thank you
you.
all for joining. If you are in the chat, make sure you like the chat. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We appreciate y'all for joining today.
All right. Here we go.
You are now, you just finished. You just finished watching Your Mans in the Live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
And I'm Joe Manchin in the Red Studio. In Brooklyn, New York, this is
Your Mans in them Live.
See you next week. Peace.
You are now watching Your Mans in them Live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fine with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them. Go have a good time with your mans in them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them. It's your mans in them.
You are now watching Your Mans in them Live.
You are now rocking with your mans.
All good.
This is an audio check from Your Mans in them Live. How do we sound? Hello? Cut it back.
You are now watching Your Mans in them Live.